Finding a wife for David. You know, King Saul, one of the core of his problems was the fact that he knew that God had given the kingdom to somebody else. Didn't know who it was yet. He's constantly watching and looking. Now this young man, David, comes along and knows that this could be the man that the kingdom will be handed off to. It wasn't so much that he minded losing the kingdom himself, but he wanted the kingdom to be passed down to his descendants. And that wasn't going to happen. And deep down, Saul knew it. Later on, he admits it, but for right now, he knows it deep down, but he's fighting. He is fighting against it. The thing that David had, and I think the things that Saul saw, I have written a few things down here that I think Saul was seeing. First of all, that David had the fear of God in him. A fear of God that Saul liked to think that he had, but he knew he didn't. And David did. But also, David had this loyalty to the king. This loyalty would be tested for sure, but there's such a loyalty to the king. And as we get into the next few stories, we'll see that this loyalty was so strong. And like I'll point out later, this was important for David to have this because later on he would want his people to be loyal to him. But also the thing that David had was he lived a pure life, at least at this point in his life. He lived a pure life. And because of these attributes, this fear of God, this loyalty to the king, and this pure life, Jonathan and Jonathan and Michal had a loyalty to David. They wanted to be his friends. Jonathan wanted to be his best friend. Michal wanted to be his wife, and they were loyal to him and went on to protect him. Of course, that's into next week's story. So, what a great story! The story of Michal, this daughter of Saul. Every time we're introduced to her again, there's another little twist. Next week we'll get into how she openly protects David. Later on, she's taken away from David and given to another man. And then when David becomes king, part of the agreement is that Michal would come back to him. Oh, it's just some stories about this woman down through the time, including when she sees him dancing before the Ark of God. Well, trust you're enjoying these insights about the story. Come back next week when we continue on, give you another set of insights about the weekly story. We'll see you next week.